What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Oh, That's Random Podcast. I am your host, that guy, Nerdy G, and welcome to the show where we take a little time to explore the extraordinary and ordinary. Like always, listen, the best way to support the brand is go grab some of this wonderful nerdy merch that we have. Listen, today I am donning The Game Chose Me. I didn't choose gaming. Okay, and that's kind of a peek into what we're going to be looking at today or talking about today. And then that's the gaming industry. Remember, guys, if this is your first time here, welcome, like, subscribe, share, do all that good old stuff. All right. Notifications. I got stuff that keeps coming, right? The channel is just getting bigger and better. Thanks to those who are already supporting returning listeners. That's what it is. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But moving right on into today's topic, if you clicked on this, you already see, you know what the title is. It's going to be something. The show is called Oh, That's Random. And listen, I do things on all kinds of topics because it's in my brain. When it comes into my brain, this is what I do. I put it out here so that you guys can enjoy it. And I need to get it out of my head, okay? So, like I say, wonderful merch, beautiful shirt, very quality, high quality. If you haven't seen, go check it. I did make a video about some of the merch wasn't the greatest quality, so I apologize. Those people who have been refunded their money, got their new pieces of merch with the better quality that has been taken care of. But now the Nerdy's merch is top tier, top quality, and you guys don't have to break the bank to get any of this wonderful, high quality, heavy t-shirts. All the above. There's hoodies as well too. And the color looks good too. Oh my gosh. Neither here nor there. We're talking today gaming. I am a first person shooter role player. Listen, if you're not into games, I mean, I would love for you to stay and listen, and maybe I can inspire you to want to go be a gamer. And I'm across a couple generations of gamers, but today's episode is going to be all about gaming and just the state of gaming and how it has transcended not only certain entertainment pieces, but just in general. But the main game I'm talking about is because there's a lot of hype around Borderlands 4. It's one of those games that has brought me back into the gaming world, the Borderlands series. Not only is that game coming out, but also GTA is getting ready to come out. These are two games that literally sit on the games that they put out, and they can sit on them for years and make bukus of money. GTA is the highest grossing game. I think, if I'm not mistaken, is the highest grossing game ever. And they haven't put out a serious game in over a decade. That is impact. That is amazing, right? And I say this, I say this now. There's no coincidence that Gearbox is over there at 2K with GTA, and this is why they're having this type of success. But the reality is, I want you to think about this: GTA 5 or GTA in itself has launched other people's YouTube channels into an atmosphere of its own because they're doing voiceovers with the characters, and they're making the game totally different than what it is. And you're getting good laughs out of it. You're getting quality content out of that. Borderlands, the fact that now that we can sit up here and we can talk about these characters, we can do deep dives on character trees and character builds, that helps people's channels. I had a Borderlands channel when I first started my very first YouTube page, but unfortunately there were some things that happened. The channel got smashed. It's crazy. So I no longer have that, but I'm here now. That's all that matters. Nerdy is here now. But even just playing video games today, even in the streaming world, when you look at the streaming world, some folks started out streaming video games, and that's what it was. But now you have other entertainers, other journalists are saying, hey, I can get on a streaming platform that's meant for games, but I can push my own agenda. I can be entertaining on there. I don't really have to focus on the game. You look at some of the biggest streamers in the world, they came from gaming, It came from the gaming industry. The gaming industry has birthed so much. And when I say birth so much, I'm not only talking about friendships. I'm not only talking about an industry that can stand on its own. And when you look at other folks from entertainment, actors, rappers, they're all coming to the gaming world. T-Pain is one. Ice T was a voiceover in Borderlands 2, right? The guy from Greenleaf, the pastor himself, he was a voice on Call of Duty. I'm sorry, I'm bad at your name, but I know the things that you played in, but more power to you. But it's a crossover, right? When you look at The Walking Dead, they had with Daryl, they had like his whole likeliness in one of these games, and it's a beautiful thing that the gaming world has burst into this entertainment scene. When I was growing up, it was those games are gonna rot your minds. Those games are gonna make you do things that you don't want to do. No, they don't. They don't. These games were kind of like in my and this is the only way I can equate this. My father would come home, get him a little beer, smoke him a little weed to relax from the stresses of his day. Me as a kid, I'll come home, I'll play a little Ninja Turtles on my Nintendo, and that will relieve me from my stresses of the day. I think it's still the same today. You find a way to relax your way. I find a way to relax my way. Mine's a little bit more healthier. I don't. There's no video game, and I know people like to joke and make fun when you see GTA. Like, hey, if you hit this person, that's 5 points. Hey, if you hit that person, that's 1,000. Yeah, never have I cracked a joke before myself. Yes, but have I ever really had any intentions of really driving out there and trying to hit somebody with my car? Heck no. Would I do that? Heck no. You understand what I'm saying? It gives you fun and games. When I went to the Borderlands 2 release party umpteen years ago, because they put a lot of space in between these video games. But when I went, it was so dope because there were people from Europe that came over to meet folks that were here in Texas that they had been playing with online, and that was their first time meeting, and they were playing on PC. So now, not only does the gaming industry transcends when it comes to building friendships, uh, helping people build their empire or whatnot, and putting food and providing for them. Look at the Madden tournaments. The Madden tournaments, you're talking $100,000 on the line. Same thing with the 2K tournaments. You're talking big money on the line. There are literally professional gamers when it comes down to the Mortal Kombat because, hey, your guy here is this, that. When it comes down to those Mortal Kombat tournaments, there's money on the line for these. I mean, back in the day, we had to go to the arcade or whatever the case, and hopefully that we can get it in on there. And what the prize, probably what the grand prize was, what, $500. But like now we're taking it there, right? Now we're on our streaming platforms. Now we're on Twitch. Now we're over here doing our thing where people are donating because we're kicking behind or we're giving information about the game where people is like, you know what, I don't want to go do this myself, but if somebody else want to take the time out and take a deep dive into the actual game and find out behind the scenes things, they can do that, and it works because not only people listening to you, people are enjoying the game, but some people are actually playing the game while they're watching this content, and they're trying to go find this because, hey, one of the greatest things that I think that Sony did with the PlayStation is add trophies. If you've never platinum a game and trophies on PlayStation, then I know you feel a certain kind of way. I forget what it's called on Xbox, but Xbox has achievements, and I think you can do the same thing where you get every single trophy on that game. It makes you feel accomplished, right? It makes you feel accomplished in a total different light. I can tell you this: when it came to Borderlands 2, I put in so many hours on Borderlands 2. It is redonkulous. Cause check this out. I'm a PlayStation guy, but I started playing Borderlands on Xbox. I got Borderlands 1, beat the game with all 4 characters on Xbox One, bought it on I mean, not Xbox One, but on Xbox, the first Xbox 360, and I bought it on Xbox 360. Beat Borderlands 1 with all four characters. Turned around, bought Borderlands 1 on PlayStation on the PlayStation 3. Beat everybody. Did the same thing, and then when Borderlands 2 came out, I bought it for the Xbox and I bought it for the PlayStation. I bought it for the Xbox for the girl that I was with at the time, and then bought it for myself on PlayStation. When I tell you that I ran through Borderlands 2 so many times, where I used to have this program that will keep track of your hours, which now Sony does that itself, and you can see that once you log in, it'll tell you how many hours you've played the game, or how many, like with Borderlands 3, show you how many hours you played with each character. It just showed how many times I played the game, or how many hours, kept up with the hours, how many hours I played the game. Borderlands 2 on the PlayStation 3, my hours, I should be more than a motherfucking professional. More than a mother. Okay. I'm talking over 3,000 plus hours, because I just love the game. If I had a hard day, I'm not going to smoke. I'm not going to drink. I need to think some of these things out. Even though I'm playing Borderlands, there's role playing, there's changing your trees, there's doing all of this stuff. But my brain is literally processing throughout the whole day, even though I'm looking directly at the game and I'm playing it. But I'm processing my whole day. I'm decompressing, and I go into the next day positive, right? Now, all the things that probably made me mad, did I blow their heads off? Did I strip the flesh and salt the wound on Borderlands? That I did. I stripped the flesh, I salted the wound, I blew their heads up, I shot a couple people in the face on a video game. I left it there, went to bed, woke up, positive attitude, went back into my workplace, and had the most amazing day. That's what games can do for you. Madden, when you betting with your friends, it adds a little bit to it, right? It that competition. We all got that competition. Not everybody can live out their hoop dreams or their NFL dreams. So guess what? We do it on Madden, right? And we tear their asses up, and it makes for good banter back and forth. It makes for a good brotherhood, and women are in on it too, because I know some women Madden players out there that'll smoke some boots on some of you guys, and y'all gonna cry. I know y'all gonna cry, because some people are so losers. You know what I'm saying? Some people are so losers. But the video gaming industry, in my opinion, has just transcended the way that we move today and the way that we think about. Am I upset when my kids want to be on a video game? No, I'm not upset. But do I want my kids to be obsessed with the video games? No, not at all. I don't want you to be obsessed. I want you to be able to know this is an outlet. When you look at Fortnite, when you look at Apex Legends, when you look at what's the other one? God, no, I just forget it at this point. But when you look at these other type of games like that, these are supposed to be outlet. Minecraft, that's another one. That Minecraft, but these are supposed to be like outlets. These are not something that you're supposed to go and throw yourself into and just dive in there. Roblox is another one. It's just, I look at Roblox like The Sims. When I was growing up, Sims was my game. I threw myself into The Sims. I threw myself into the Sim Tower. It was about building and trying to get to that 100-story where you can get that golden cathedral at the top. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. It's called Sim Tower. I've made it once, and I tried to do it the second time, and I wasn't so lucky the second time. But the first time, I nailed that bad boy, because I'm good at what I do. Not the second time around, because, sophomore slump and all that good old stuff. But see, I'm blending sports and games, but this is where games transcend. This is where games actually jump into other genres and bring it back and put it right in our hands and control. We know that control is just a thing of the mind. We don't really in control. But when you put a controller in my hand and I'm playing a video game, I'm in control of everything that happens on this video game for the most part that I can. With Borderlands, I get to choose what missions I go on. If I want to run through the whole campaign, I can run through the whole campaign. If I want to do the side missions, I can do the side missions. When it comes to GTA, the possibilities are endless. When you Beat Spider-Man. Once after you finish beating Spider-Man and running through, the possibilities are endless. It's open world. We love open world games. Another game that took my life, or at least 6 months of my life, was Elder Scrolls. Couldn't get me off that game. I'm pretty sure I lost a girlfriend or two during that time frame, and it is okay. If you think that's bad, no, that's the light stuff. Okay, that's the light stuff. I haven't lost anything of true value in my life to video gaming, but video gaming is on a level today that it is, like I say, a multi-billion-dollar, billion with a B, ladies and gentlemen, with a B, $1 billion industry, and it's it's a providing opportunities for everyone. I think when you look at, like I say, I have to bring up the consonants. I have to bring up the academics. I have to bring up these folks who stepped into Twitch, and then really when you go to their Twitch pages now, they're not even talking video games. But at first, at one point in time, they were playing video games on there. Academics started off playing 2K. Listen, it was so crazy that everybody was saying, "Hey, what do you want for Christmas?" All the kids was hollering VC, VC, VC. Like, what the hell is VC? It's virtual currency, Miss Ma'am. Virtual currency. They can take that. They can buy things on the game on 2K. They can go to the gym. They can upgrade their Jordans, they headbands, they was like, why? It's like, yo, it's the thing now. It's the thing now, and that's what it's all about. Putting you in more control of what's going on in that in that space. You put a controller in your hand, you in control of everything that goes on in that video game. Some people say, "Oh, we don't like the Call of Duty games." Listen, Call of Duty is a history lesson, right? We know that war existed. We know that war happened. We can't act like it hasn't happened. Hell, war's going on now, but not saying that. Not saying that people who play these first person shooter games want to go out and kill and shoot somebody. No. If you think about it, right? The LA Rams coach, Sean McVay, said he played Madden. It helped him to prepare to be a NFL head coach because of the depth that Madden takes you through. When either you step into the GM mode, you're in the franchise mode where you gotta balance finance and you gotta try to keep your players happy, keep their morale up, and make sure that they're training right. And it shows you truly the inner workings of a football corporation, of course, minus some major details, but it puts that there. When you look at Call of Duty, in my opinion, they put you in these scenarios. You know, me personally, I play it for the zombies because who doesn't want to kill some zombies and then just, don't think too nothings about it. You just want to blow off some steam, go kill you a couple zombies, run a couple waves, and put on some good music, and then you good to go. And then you can go on about your life because it's not that serious. Whatever it may be. If you want to kill somebody, kill some zombies on Call of Duty. It's fun. That's the one. And once the controller starts to vibrate, gives you that real life, like I did something. It is what it is, right? It's reality. But who knows if they run through the campaign and the way that they're running some of these missions? Who knows that some of these kids maybe take that and say, okay, hey, now I'm a strategist. Now I'm gonna think strategy. Now because I'm thinking strategy, guess what? Now I want to go into the Army. So what that does, that helps with recruiting. That helps with recruiting because, hey, no, I played Call of Duty. I know what these guns do. I can tell you what these guns do because I studied these guns on this game, which is based off of real guns in real life. Now, how about this? How about that? It's taking the mind and the thought process of those who play these games into a whole different level. Now, if you can get some of these folks to apply these into real life situations, just think about the endless possibilities as human beings that we will have, the opportunities that will come up. And I mean, with every good, there's some bad, but listen, we're focusing only on the good here because it's gaming, right? I look at it as a positive. It's been a positive in my life. It's been a positive constant in my life, and it helps. It relax. It soothes. Um, I can tell you this. I used to work in workforce. If you guys don't know what that is, it deals with staffing, blah 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 blah, and all that. When I would have a bad day, I used to come home. I used to grab DJ, the DJ keyboard. Right, I had the DJ Hero 2. It came with two turntables. Right, I would put my headphones on just like I have right now. Boom, drop them on, and spin that bad boy. And 2 hours later, I'm good. I feel like I can be a DJ, know how to hit it with the fader, and all I'm looking at is switch, boom, buttons, boom. You hear the music, and at some point, you go into what I used to like. They had this word euphoria. I feel like you will fall into a euphoria where I felt as if I didn't have to look down to see where the fader was at. I didn't know. I didn't have to look down to make sure that I was hitting the red or the green or the blue, but I just already knew. And the music was beautiful. The music was beautiful. The mixes that they came up with. I wish they would bring the Guitar Heroes back. I wish they would bring back the DJ Heroes, because I do believe that had I would have got those when I was way younger, because those came to me when I was in my 20s. But if those would have came to me way when I was younger, it takes it. My love for instruments probably would have skyrocketed into a whole different atmosphere, because the feeling of, hey, I'm DJing this, or hey, I'm playing this, I'm putting these wonderful riffs together, and the crowd loves me, or just getting a taste of what that possibly can be like. Like I say, the possibilities are endless. Video games ties us in so many ways. I know at a young age that gaming chose me. When I picked up my first Nintendo joystick, it wasn't nothing but AB, AB, right? When it came to what was it, knockout, punch out with the little guy, meow meow meow, meow 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 meow. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I made it all the way to Mike Tyson. I made it all the way to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's Punch Out, or whatever it was called. I made it all the way to Mike Tyson on my second run through. I picked up the patterns real quick, because they did the exact same thing with the little guy that would do the little spin thing. Then boom, you had the block. All right, here you go. If it'll spin around the ring, boom, block, boom. Where he spin again, boom, block. Now he tied, hit him, A B A B A B A B A B, and you knock him out. It was one of those things. Double dribble introduced me to basketball. That's my first introduction to basketball. Double dribble, double dribble. Okay, my first fighting game was Streets of Rage. Okay, boom, love that. Oh, eat this apple, you get energy. Oh, okay, cool. They could have made it candy. They could have made it anything. There was a turkey. There was apples, and there was a slice of pie. That was how you got your energy up. Healthy food, minus the pie. An apple, a turkey, and a pie. Healthy, if you ask me. That was that. And then along came Street Fighter. Along came what was it? Mortal Kombat for me. Mortal Kombat was everything in the world to me. I remember my dad bought me the Bart Simpson game, and it was Bartman, and I loved to play that game. I probably played that out more than anything. But then he got me Ninja Turtles one day, and I got them Ninja Turtles. I played that crazy. I even had a very bad sprain, and my uncle Kevin, I'll never forget this. He laid me up in the bed and literally put the joystick right there. I had this hand this wrist that was just jacked off, but my finger still worked. So I used that, and I was over there with the just basically kind of like two handing it, right? Just it's all fingers, no hands, no hands. We ain't holding anything, but it was right there on my chest, and I played. Um, Mortal Kombat is my thing. My aunt showed me how to put the blood cheat code in, and then next thing you know, I started from Mortal Kombat 1. My father got me Mortal Kombat 2. By the time Kombat 3 came out, he was buying me the books. The deal was I was beating everybody so bad that I had to use a 3-button joystick while everybody else got to use the 6-button joystick, but I was beating everybody ass with a 3-button joystick, because I felt what Mortal Kombat was given, all the different characters, all the different combinations with the combos. I wanted to see every animality, friendship, brutality. I wanted to see all of it, but it never translated to let me go do this in the real world. This was a confined space. It was on my television, and then that was that. When I leave my television, I never take the things that's on my television. I never take those things with me out into the world and say, let me go do these. Let me go be violent. I didn't think I seen that with any of my friends that I had growing up, but it's just video games, right? It's video games. And to our parents who didn't know any better, look at the gaming world now. Look at how it's probably bought some of you guys a house, a car, and so much more. So appreciate the video gaming. And remember, video gaming didn't choose me. I mean, video gaming chose me. I didn't choose it. I'm not going to be the dead horse. I know I probably went way crazy over, but it's cool. That's what we do. We take a little time to explore the extraordinary and ordinary here, right? So what we're going to do is listen to a little music, and then I'll come back and I'll close this out. So one of the songs that I used to listen to all the time when I had the chance to just get it going, get it cracking, as the kids say, get it cracking, crack-a-lacking. This is that. YouTube, you know you're not going to get this. I'll be right back. Here we go. Yeah. All right, guys, we are back, and we're here for the closeout. Listen, video gaming has changed many lives, my life included. To parents, don't be so hard on your children when they're playing video games. Embrace the video games. Sit down with them, build a rapport with them. See what video gaming can be just outside of mindless activity. Look and see what it can be and how it can help your child to relate into today's society and so much more. Listen, this is That's Random Podcast. I'm your host, your guy, the one and only Nerdy G. This is the place where we take a little time to explore the extraordinary and ordinary. And video gaming is an ordinary thing that has been done since the beginning of time, but the extraordinary thing about it is that it does transcend. It does build relationships. It does build financial stability. It does transcend into other genres in entertainment in the world. And it can be one of those things that brings us together. Listen, the best way to support this channel, this brand, Nerdy's Umbrella, is by going and get some of our nerdy merch. Listen, links is in the description. The title is too long to say, but I'm going to put the links in the description. Please tune in. Keep coming back. This is That's Random Podcast. Once again, I am your host, that guy, your guy, Nerdy G. Until next time, I'm out.